Hi, I'm Sarah.
I'm Miriam.
I'm Valeria.
Hi.
So after our first Skype call, we decided that Hidisu's Fashion Design's biggest problem is Mr. Abdulhadi Usman's lack of financial infrastructure, causing him to lose money because he doesn't keep track of where he's spending it. His lack of organization skills attests to the loss of money. After spending some time collaborating with Mr. Usman, we have come here to fix that.
Our goal is to implement a substantial financial plan so that we can organize expenses. We also want to structure the finances in an easily understandable way. There are many challenges. For one, Mr. Abdulhadi's minimal access to the internet and technology compared to ours. This causes difficulty in the availability of creating an online spreadsheet. So we came up with an idea that can be used multiple times on paper by hand. The lack of a set financial infrastructure meant we had to create one not only by scratch, but one that could be easily understood as well. He had no payment methods set in place, so he couldn't keep track of what he was paying his employees.
So part of our first solution was a personal plan to keep track of his personal expenses. And so I will be explaining that part, and the business plan will be explained by Sarah. In the personal plan, we created a spreadsheet with the categories of savings, housing, personal, and transportation. And this was to provide an infrastructure and give Mr. Usman the opportunity of saving money for himself and the business together. Within each category, we have placed its necessary expenses and have created estimated formulas we believe he would benefit from, which are available on another spreadsheet we did not include because of lack of specific rates and his personal preference that we didn't know what percentage he would like to put in the business or personal. And then now Sarah will present.
Okay, so under the business plan, you'll find categories such as materials, like needles or fabrics, employee salary, and savings. So if anything does go wrong, he has money to back it up. This ensures that his business funds are kept separate from his personal ones. We included things in the spreadsheet that Mr. Usman himself said were expenses. For example, on the personal sheet, we have a subsection for family because he said since getting married last month, his expenses have indeed increased. On the business sheet, we included room for different styles of clothing so he can decide how much he wants to charge for each. In conclusion, we created 2 different spreadsheets that can be printed out and laminated so that Mr. Usman can write on them with a dry erase marker, and they can be used over and over again. He can track his expenses for both his personal life and his business one. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
We're done. Let everyone comment.
Right.
Umar.
Yeah. My thought here is you actually have a brilliant idea, and the brilliant idea is all about having him to have a personal way of managing his finances and also for his business. The way I see it is like you guys are trying to rescue the business from any danger. Because I know this is for sure a lot of businesses, they don't know how to keep records. And your concern is not all about the business, but about his own personal life. Yeah, that says a lot. So, because definitely anything he gets from the business, he take it personal. So he solves his problem and whatsoever. But you are kind of like looking towards making him to believe that, okay, even my personal activities, I have to actually be very careful with it, and I have to be precise on what I want to do with this money, so that will give me like a focus to save a lot of money. And for the business, it's actually also to give the business focus or a direction to for expansion or for any development. Yeah. So my consideration is that you still have to keep talking to your business partner so that you guys can actually talk about more about his personal expenses and then his business expenses and whatsoever. So you can actually, just like you said, you have it on a spreadsheet, so you can actually maybe make it in a hard copy whatsoever. And okay, this is just one promise. LI office, we have a very good staff that can interpret some stuff like that. So we can be able to put them through, but this is the most amazing idea, and I know it's really going to help him a lot in his life. Because taking care of the family, just like you said, how did you know that if you get married is...
He told us.
He told us.
Okay, so technically you're saying something. Okay. All right. So definitely his expenses will increase by adding more to his family. So, but that particular personal budget is actually going to help him in trying to manage the resources or whatsoever he has, simply just to make sure that the family didn't suffer, because if the family suffers, the business will suffer as well. So this is a very brilliant idea and a very good one. So it's going to save him a lot of money. Good job.
I think you made a great decision in making the primary focus of your presentation about the finances, specifically in fashion. When it comes to costing and pricing, those are the key components of the business. So I think in making that decision, you did a good job. And then obviously the personal and business budget, doing those together and mentioning that to him and giving him a plan for that is very important.
So, everyone quiet, please. You guys had your stuff together, and you really went out there, and I enjoy the humor you injected into it. I'm serious. He's gonna laugh when your business partner, when everybody hears it, he'll crack up, and he's gonna remember your team. That's so important, making that connection with him, understanding his needs, understanding what he wants, but also putting together something that lots of people think, this business and personal life is separate. But in the real world, it's not that separate. And by letting him know you understand that, I think really builds that bond and builds that trust. So thank you for getting to know him, but also thank you for building something about him instead of to him. So everyone, amazing job. Give him a round of applause.
Join the Global Young Innovators Initiative. Transform the world. www.icantransformtheworld.org